they used to say.
Shit, Pixie feeling this shit.
She ready to get up and dance. In the Heights.
She's like, my people. La raza.
Chihuahua.
Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts. Let's go ahead and get into our next thing that we're talking about right here. Let's see where we're at. Oh, look at that. Look at that man, Lin-Manuel Miranda. He's looking at his bank account right now. Just keep going up and up.
Looking so proud.
It's him looking at a computer screen. He's looking at his checking account right now. Just going up and up. Because right now, he is the man. When it comes to people talking about plays, like he is almost reinventing the modern musical.
Yeah.
He is, as far as interest.
Yeah.
And as far as presentation, this man is reinventing the modern musical right now. You know a little bit of his work. You saw a little. You might have heard a little something called Hamilton.
The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder.
Oh shit, rapping Constitution. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, it's like Schoolhouse Rock. I grew up with that. Schoolhouse Rap.
Yeah, I was about to say Schoolhouse Rap now. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And use your channel points for the prediction of what you think we're going to give this movie right here, which is In the Heights. You know, ever since Hamilton came out, though, shit, right now, I heard Lin-Manuel Miranda went to go take a shit, and somebody wanted to make that a musical. Lin-Manuel Miranda, turd. Ever since Hamilton, this man has been, they've seen him as gold right now. Yeah, he is the man. I wasn't joking. I see him looking at he ain't looking at you. He's looking at money. He's looking at dollar bills right now.
Lin.
Move. You getting away with my money. If y'all look at that, those are not sparkles. Those are dollar signs. You see that right there? Yeah, man, he is high on wealth right now. Lin. Yeah, now they say, hey, well, what else can we get out here that this man has done? So this has been asked about for a while. This is, we're talking about In the Heights. This was a Broadway play. Oh, yeah. This was one of his Broadway productions.
Yeah, one of his first.
One of his first right here.
And Bring It On, the musical.
Bring It On. I didn't even know that. Do you know when In the Heights came out as a stage musical?
Oh man, I'd read it earlier today, and I wanted to. Was it 92? Maybe.
Not so a while back when it first. Really, 92?
Might have been shit. Because he was in college when he wrote.
Oh,
this.
when he wrote it.
Yeah.
So he might have been in college when he wrote it.
He performed it there, and then it went to off Broadway, and then to Broadway.
And this is, of course, we're about to show you one of the more recent Broadway productions of In the Heights.
Washington Heights.
Yeah, to the hell with them old racist forefathers. Let's talk about the people. La raza. Now, when's that coming out as a movie?
Man, this show, it's so anti-Friends, where you watch Friends and it's New York and it's nothing but white people for 8 seasons.
Thank you. And
this acknowledges like, no, there are other brown and black people in this city.
Yeah, Friends. Motherfuckers are my enemies. Huh? Care about that. Yeah, Friends. I ain't gonna even get into Friends, but this is that. Thank you. And by the way, because I know what they're saying, like they're talking about, well, you know, but that we're talking about Manhattan, where all the white people are. This is talking about, what was it? Georgia, what is it? What's it called? Washington Heights?
Yeah, Washington Heights.
Washington Heights, which is in Manhattan.
Yeah, well.
Boy, y'all trying to bury them brown people, man. Yeah, a lot of people saying, okay, you know, that's cool. Hamilton there, you know, that's a little overhyped for me right here. You know, man, I was back with Lin-Manuel Miranda when he's in them streets.
Sure.
When he was about the hood. And that is what we have here with In the Heights, one of his earliest productions here, finally being turned into a movie because Well, because back in the day when he tried to sell it, people were like, I don't want that shit.
Right?
Hey, what? Can you write about some white people?
Right. No. We want to do the same thing, but we want to throw some white people in there. Maybe we can get David Schwimmer for the lead.
Yeah. Sorry, we just sold Friends the musical. Take your brown ass on somewhere else.
It just plays better this way. You understand?
Yeah, exactly. You get it, right?
We just want to make it more diverse.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
You have any friends with a taco cart they want to pull up in front or something? We'll help you out there. Yeah, man. But let's go ahead and take a look at In the Heights.
Ice cold piragua, cherry, strawberry, and just...
Damn. Well, he had a hard time real quick. Damn. That Hamilton money went quick. Damn, you were no good with your money, man. Man out here selling ice cream.
The Paletta man.
Hey, did you used to be limo?
No, not me. No, sir.
Out there selling snow cones.
today I got my mate. They used to say,
Dixie feeling this shit.
She ready to get up and dance.
Yeah.
In the Heights.
She's like, my people.
Chihuahua.
She stood right on. She's like, oh, where that Latin beat coming from? Ding, 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 ding.
you live by the rules.
To a couple of days in the life of what it's like in Washington Heights.
Now, again, I don't know what's being said about this movie, but I'm going to start out saying something that's going to get people a little hot. I'll tell you, I don't think the story is all that great. You know, this is a story about Washington Heights, neighborhood in Upper Manhattan, New York, neighborhood where everybody got dreams. Apparently, everybody wanted to talk about the hood, and they're talking about Washington Heights, but nobody wants to stay there.
You know, right?
everybody got dreams in the hood.
There are some competing messages going on, because one is like, we got to be proud of where we are and raise ourselves up, and the other is like,
get the f*** out.
Get the f*** out. Why are you still here? Why are you back here? Go.
Everybody got dreams of getting the hell out. And everybody got dreams. Usnavi got, they'll tell you in the movie why it's named. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but Usnavi, it's a very funny name by the story, but Usnavi got dreams of getting the hell out, going back to the Dominican Republic, opening a bar there. Vanessa, the girl he got a crush on, she dreams of being a fashion designer. Her dad, Kevin, played by Jimmy Smits, he dreams of his younger daughter, Nina, graduating college. Nina just ready to crush his dreams because Nina want to come home. Nina said, shit, I can't handle college right now. She said, they searched me the first day I got there. He's like, what the fuck you think they're going to do?
What do you think they did to us when we got here?
I got my ass beat. They just searching you. Yeah, she can't take that, so she want to get home. Benny, who's played by Corey Hawkins. Played Corey Hawkins from Strata Compton and
Walking Dead
and King Kong and Skull Island. He's a ex, and he dreams of getting back with Nina, and as we saw earlier, the ice cream man just want to get the fuck out the heat. He's just dreaming of setting up ice cream to find some cool air conditioning. It's kind of your typical drama stuff. You know, there's other people with dreams. I know that Usnavi, his cousin, has dreams of either getting out or going with his cousin over to the Dominican Republic to open up the bar, being with him, getting away from his dad, who's not very cool right now, or just being a citizen, which, you know, those rights may be taken away from him. So everybody got dreams in, man. It's your typical drama stuff. When you get into some of the romance stuff, it's even kind of soap opera. Nothing spectacular when it comes to that, especially when if and it's going to be these comparisons, man. When you want to go off and compare this to the genius of Hamilton, you know it definitely does pale in comparison to that. But I'd be goddamn if I didn't love it, man. People, it's not the story itself, it's how you tell it. Sure. As I always say, You know, you can take something that's the most original thing, most highly original thing. You can take something that's been done over and over again. It's your characters, how you tell it, and how much spirit and heart you put behind them, man. You know, this is told with such wonderful production, so much heart. It's hard not to be moved by this. When I say be moved, I'm talking about literally, like physically moved. I tried not to.
That toe was tapping, huh?
Yeah, that toe was tapping.
And
Shit,
that knee was moving back and forth.
Just trying to stop causing a scene. Neck was working. You know, man. I was talking about earlier. I made a joke. I said if Lin-Manuel that he took a shit and somebody wanted to make a Broadway show out of it. Well, if that turd had as much heart and as much sincerity behind it, I would feel inspired. I'd be like, damn, that turd has a lot of heart. This is something that I think when I say that Lin-Manuel Miranda is coming in and reinventing the modern musical, he really is, man. He's making it so accessible to people.
Sure.
He's making it something that is so that people can actually relate to. You know, one of the biggest problems that people have with musicals is that it's hard for them to think about people just busting out in songs sometimes. Mm-hmm. Unless it's an animated character.
Sure.
You know, a talking animal or a singing animal or a fairy tale or something from Disney or some of these other competitors out there. You know, it's hard for people to see people just breaking out in song. But these characters feel so steeped in celebratory culture. They feel so sincere. They're not just rapping about some sappy romance or some love song. They're just some villain singing about, ooh, I'm so bad. You know, it's not some funny sidekick song, you know. Man, every song, every song here is sung with an energy and emotion that feels like it's coming from real experiences, and it makes these characters feel real whether they're talking or singing. Lin-Manuel Miranda, you got to give it to his writing. At least the writing here, because when it comes to writing the music in the characters and the emotion behind them, because he is speaking from real, sincere emotion himself.
Yeah. No. The lyrics are about something, and what he's done as far as reinventing musicals is the way he's added in at least the Latin flavor and especially hip hop.
Yeah.
And so it's cross generational, because there's plenty of just music people are used to.
Yeah.
But then it's also something if you've been like, man, I don't want that corny shit. It's like, oh, well, this speaks to me as well. And it's easy to get into it.
Well, there are moments where one of the things that I think people really hate is the singing, talky kind of musical, where people are just singing everything that need to be sang.
Singing all their dialogue.
Yeah. Hello, how are you? Boy, it's hot today. I know. You know, man, look, you don't have to sing about that. But they do that here. And because you're right, because his arrangements are so rooted in the contemporary hip hop, Latin dance, Latin ballads, maybe even reggaeton up in there. You know, and there's a lot of stuff that's put in there that make even the sangy, talky parts feel natural because they feel more contemporary and closer to us today.
Good morning, Usnavi. My Nina flew in at 3 a.m. last.
If these motherfuckers don't stop singing, let me buy my lottery ticket.
Yeah, okay. Can I get my? All right.
Hey, Broadway. Who's that man that's saying? Who's that?
I don't know.
Living La Vida Loca. Who is that?
Oh, Ricky Martin.
Yeah, Ricky Martin. Get your ass out the way. Let me get my Snickers bar. That even worked for me.
Yeah.
Now, I usually don't like that.
Sure, but it's a way it opens the show, and you know, something like that. That's a good morning. All right, it's pleasant. We're establishing things. You can let it slide.
I didn't. And plus, it is an extension. It's an extension of that opening number, and that opening number is incredible, man. But the funny thing about that opening number is that you're thinking like, well, shit, that's going to be kind of hard to top, but, you know, I'm in, you know, but I guess that's going to be the best one. And they just keep kind of either doing things at that level or topping themselves with one musical set piece after another in this. Do you not think so?
I did not.
Oh, you didn't?
I did not.
Tell me about it.
With that musical number, it's because like my youngest daughter, Bella, she's been in the musical theater, and we'll listen to the Broadway channel on Sirius Radio. So I've heard a lot of these songs, but I had not seen the full production. But yeah, just when they did the In the Heights they open it with, I was like, that's pretty good, but I want to see where they go. And there was only one other musical number that topped that one for me.
Which one? Excuse me. Which one wasn't?
It was the one, and it's late in it, but it's where the abuela goes through her life as an immigrant, and I was moved by that.
I was going to say, even abuela got her shine up here. And I was at first she plays like, old, quiet, Latin grandmother to everybody. And then she got up and the spotlight was put on her. And I was like, God damn, girl, why you holding back?
Chills with that.
Yeah. She had her and her alone. It was a solo with her, and it was a number about her, arriving in New York, and and her ancestors arriving in New York. And I thought, like, wow, that blew me away. I like this because of the production numbers in here, man.
The production is stellar.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I just cannot help but be pulled in, and a lot of that credit goes to John M. Chu. Now, John M. Chu, he's shown how he can bring extravagant production to rich people out there.
These people aren't just rich, they're crazy rich.
Well, you really should have told me that you're like the Prince William of Asia.
That's ridiculous. Much more of a Harry.
That's Crazy Rich Asians, of course, which had also awesome production in it. But John M. Chu says, "Hey, shit, I can make poor people look just as good too.
Right.
I can
make them look good and beautiful and
yeah. He says I can light up the hood. I can make the hood look just as nice too."
Shh. Let me just listen to my block.
So who won?
The point is not who won, but that we all had a sueñito.
Yeah, y'all sure did. Y'all couldn't stop dreaming through this whole thing. What I liked about it is that this is another New York summer heat movie. And the production reminded me, not exactly because people weren't sweltering like they were in this movie, but a lot of it reminded me of Do the Right Thing.
Yeah.
How they, just use heat to like bring out a lot of color and to bring out a lot of great costumes and a lot of set pieces with everybody. The romantic stuff, the typical romantic stuff, that is sappy, and it is typical musical material. I think that the choreography and I think just the snappiness of it worked out great. And again, it's hard not to just, even if you're not as impressed by the last musical number, which I was impressed by a lot of them, but I think that even then it's hard not to have fun. Just sit down and have fun with them. I just love the way they brought in average. I thought the choreography was great because it was like they worked in average city life into the dances of the people, your central characters. Yeah, man, I had a great time with this, man, and I'm very happy for Anthony Ramos, man.
This is his year.
It really is,
because he's on In Treatment, and now he's on the charts with that remake of If You Want Me to Stay.
Made that movie with Liam Neeson.
Come on now.
He's like, bro, come on now. Why you got to bring up that old shit?
I know. I had to do something to feed my family. Leave me alone.
Man, I'm getting the feeling that I probably like this. Like Loki, I like this a little better than you.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
And I was very hyped for this because I love the trailers for it, and the production design is amazing. And what I'd heard of the musical, I liked. But funny thing happened on the way to the theater. Because I'm bringing my daughter with me. She's super excited, and she was like, "Oh, it's my favorite musical." I was like, "Really? Even more than Hamilton?" She said, "Yeah, I like it a little bit more than Hamilton." I was like, "Oh, all right, well, cool." But yeah, once we get past the opening, a lot of things you said about how the stories were pretty sappy. There's just way too many cliches going on.
Yes,
it's fairy tale-ish. It's soap opera-ish, and as much as it's advertising itself as like this is about the dreamers, which in itself is like wow, this came out too late. Because the Dreamers thing is solved now.
Yeah.
but you know, hey, who knows if that won't come back again. But as much as it says it's about the Dreamers, I feel like it really lost that thread to go into all these little romance things. And even I was getting frustrated where you have what we talked about earlier, where Nina and her dad is sacrificed everything for her to go to school. And she's like, I want to come home because those white people were mean to me. And I was like, what? Little girl, you better get your ass back over there. What the fuck are you talking about? But I'm having these feelings where I'm just like, man, I'm not loving it. And I really wanted to. And plus, I got to ride home with my daughter who loves this thing and just kind of go like, well, that's
so
good.
She loved it, huh?
No, she hated it.
She hated it?
She hated it. She was sitting there mad. I was like,
really?
She was like, Dad, you don't understand all the stuff they changed from the musical. On the ride home, she started walking me through the things they changed. And I was like, well, shit. Wow, it feels like what you're telling me is that they've just shaved all the edge off of it. Just so many different things. I was like, all right, well, that would have been so much better. And that would have gave this more heart and would have gave it more stakes. I wish I loved it as much as you and the rest of them. I mean, I still think, it's one of those things where, like, it's good, but I, in my head, imagined something that was going to be better.
The only thing I can really complain about is, like, y'all opened up with that. It's
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of people are not going to like me saying that, but I don't think these stories are all that great.
They're when it comes down to it, they're not. That's why I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And even it ending, I was like, don't you do this. Oh, okay.
But you know what?
Okay.
I predicted that they were going to do that.
I know.
I knew that they were.
Well, there's a certain point where I was like, this is what they're going to do.
I didn't mind the stories to the point where I thought the more romantic they got with it, the more it's like, all right, this is kind of cheesy fairy tale stuff. But this is a musical. It is sort of a fairy tale in its own. It's a cultural fairy tale in a way. Yeah. And again, I really did feel the sincerity coming from the writing. Combine that with John M. Chu's direction and his eye for production and his production department and art department. This is something that really worked a lot for me, man. As I said, it was something that kept me moving. I was energized the whole time. It just made me feel good watching it. It was just, a pleasant experience, if nothing else.
Sure. I mean, that's what a lot of people are saying. Like, hey, for the summer, it's so much fun, something to go to the theater for because of the spectacle.
It really, and it's also for people who are getting back into the theater. Mm-hmm. You can almost feel this as being like a celebration of being back out in the theater.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
There's an energy there that captures this feeling of being back out in the open because this is very heavy on community. This is very heavy on being social. And people who go see this who are just waiting to get back in the theater, this will be a good experience. This will be a great experience for them because it's going to capture all what you probably the audience is going to be vibing on this.
Oh yeah.
And to feel this with an audience.
Mm-hmm.
I could even feel it we didn't have it with a big audience, man, but the audience that we had it with, I was even vibing with some of the people who I didn't even know sitting a couple of seats down from me. So it was a really cool experience to have watching this, man. And it was one of the first things we did go back to the theater for. So yeah, I enjoyed this. What would you give it?
I would give it a low matinee.
Low matinee. Yeah, I would give it a low full price. I'm going low full price because, well, I don't have to repeat myself, but those stories are not. If you strip all the production away, the stories are not that strong. But as I opened up with also, these characters feel so real and so sincere, even for something I don't like, that I'm thinking, wow, there's a realness that I felt with them too, and that drew me in. So yeah, it's a low full price.